Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This is the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Yes, another wrestling podcast. I am Willie Tiny, and my co-hosts are today Will the Thrill and L.A. Willie.
Yeah,
How you guys doing?
doing good. How about yourself?
Living the dream.
Good. Absolutely.
Living la vida loca.
Today we are covering WWE's King and Queen of the Ring, which is held this Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. From Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, which they are on a mid of a 10-year contract with them.
Yep.
How many more years do you think they have left?
7, maybe?
Woo!
Oh yeah,
a
still
lot of
ways
money
to go.
make, though. That's the main reason they're doing it, because of the money.
Absolutely.
We're in the money. Well, it's not my money. It was. You know, I was so thinking, I wish I had a Burger King crown right now for this show.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been perfect.
Another botch moment.
We're going to jump in, and we are going to start with our first round of our fantasy.
Oh, right.
Let's get to it.
Everything was a random draw. There's been the King of the Ring tournament's been held 21 times for the men, 1 time for the women. 1 time for the women was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and that was Selena Vega who won. So we're not going to put her in the tournament just because she's the only female.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. She already a winner in our books.
Yes.
There was only a 2-time champion. That was Bret Hart.
Really?
Yes. So otherwise, we have 21 wrestlers that won the tournament. 21. Yeah, because it was held 22 times.
Right.
All right.
Because Bret Hart was the
2-time.
only 2-time.
Now, didn't he win it one as a face and the other as a heel?
It's a good question.
That is a good question. I thought it
I'm
was
just
for
remembering,
face.
like, did he bash someone's head in with the crown when he won the second time?
He might have turned heel then. After he won.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I was wrong. Comment down below if you know the answer to that.
Yes, please.
Yes.
And since there is 21 wrestlers, we will have a triple threat, and that was determined by a random draw also. Our first match up here is Randy Savage versus Mabel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Speed versus power and height.
And I'll go first with my pick, who should advance in our tournament. I got to say, I won money with Mabel during that tournament. There was 8 of us. We all put $1 in, and I kind of rigged it. I folded. We all put names in a hat, and I folded the Undertaker's name on the piece of paper differently than all the others. So, and they let me pick first. So I found it. I was like, "Oh, I got the Undertaker!" I was so thrilled and happy. They're like, "No, put it back. That's you cheated. You cheated." I was like, "All right." So I put it back in. I open it up, and I got Mabel. I was like, "Oh my god, I got Mabel." And I
Cheating, you got rewarded.
unbelievable.
That's
But
the best
my
way of putting it. You cheated, you got rewarded.
I guess sometimes cheating does pay.
yeah. All
I'm
right.
going with the king.
Hold on.
Oh man,
I got to put up
Ooh yeah.
the
that
king.
king gimmick was like uncanny for Macho, and he ruled like he was the king at that point.
All right, and Macho Man is going against.
Men on a mission.
I got unresponsive. Oh, okay. I think we're good. We're good. Where's here goes Mabel.
There's me.
All right. Before we make our predictions,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
are we going to go based off only their King of the Ring run or the careers during the King of the Ring run and then after?
I say during their run and after,
Yeah, I agree with that.
because that gives a good like
That
give.
that gives wide open to their career.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm up first. I'll go first, then Will the Thrill, and then L.A. Willie. My pick is for Randy Savage. Will the Thrill?
I'm the king himself, man, because he had a lot of good feuds once he won that. Became the king. I mean, he was in a retirement match against the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania. Was it 8, 7 or 8?
Mm.
And that match actually, Macho Man did the best he could to make Warrior look good in that one, but he
Yeah.
had a lot of other good feuds as the king.
Yeah. I agree also with the Macho Man. Because even after he won the King of the Ring, he had a great run as the King, and like he ruled. WWF at the time. Like he ruled all that, and he had great matches. 5 stars, like you say, with the thrill. He did everything possible to make Ultimate Warrior like look good. Just like everybody else that tried to make him look good in their matches. But overall, yeah, I think he had a better career. Like before he became the king, and once he became the king, so he had the better career than Mabel.
I want to say that he also didn't like lose a beat. Like
Hmm.
when he won the king, he was still like one of the top stars at that time. And
Right.
also having Queen Sherry in his corner instead of Miss Elizabeth, that
Hmm.
feud was just
Yeah, that heel
magical and
run.
special, and that heel run worked.
Hmm. And his personality, like whether he was a king or he wasn't the king, whether he was a world champ or wasn't, like his personality alone was like above, like above a lot of stars. The macho man, the macho madness.
Yeah,
Like
he was
that,
still
that
the
alone,
same.
carries him through his career.
He always betted on himself. He was always like I said, he always bet on himself. He always saw himself as the top guy. So
Hmm.
adding the king just like pretty much was the icing on the cake for that.
Yeah. And
All
when he
right.
worked with others, like superstars, it's like he know how he wanted things done and how to do it. Like I watched the Dark Side of the Ring, like him with the Jake the Snake Robert, like how they work together. Like Macho Man is like he was always intense, and that's one thing that I always was drawn about him was like his intensity every time. Yeah.
And nothing against Mabel. This was after his run as Men on a Mission. He was in a tag team, and then when he broke into that, they were trying to suitify him as a star, and I don't want to say it worked. I don't think it worked.
Mm-mm. I mean, there's some people that when they break away from tag team, like it works, but like half of the time it's like either one or not even both of them. Both of the members of a team like have a good career. You know, there's only a few short lists of people that break away and actually become even a bigger superstar than what they were as a tag team. Yeah.
Right. Because, I mean,
And
not many
here's all
people.
the.
Go ahead, Willie Tiny.
I'm just. I pulled up a picture of all the winners from the previous King of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list, and there's like some people that I would like replace in some of those, you know, as the winners.
Naturally. All right, let's move on to our next match. We have the two-time winner, Bret the Hitman Hart,
Ooh.
Mm.
Excellence of execution.
going up against Edge,
Ooh,
a fellow Canadian.
I got my pick on this one.
Who starts it off?
This is a tough one.
I'll start this off. My pick would be Bret Hart.
Hold on. Yeah, L.A.
Oh,
L.A. starts. You do start.
okay.
You
All
got
right,
Bret Hart.
so I got Bret Hart. You know, like his catchphrase alone says it all. You know, the best, the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. You know, like Edge is a great superstar, but like nobody did it like Bret Hart, and he was another person that's like a good example from breaking away from a tag team and having a great career. So you know, so this matchup, I say for me, I got Bret Hart hands down. What do you say,
What
Will
a
Thrill?
thrill.
I'm gonna have to agree. The excellence of execution. For one, Edge even liked him too as one of the ones that he would look it up as growing up. And for Bret being a two-time King of the Ring winner, back then it wasn't an easy task. They had a match throughout the night. Like the tournament was one whole night with small breaks in between. And for him to go back to back in that style, no against Edge, because like I want to say that's around the time when they like, I mean, it was still considered as a big pay-per-view or a live event, how you say. But I mean, Bret was just so good. I mean, nothing to knock on Edge, especially afterwards, but he it's the Hitman, man. I can't even say anything about it.
And back then with those you know, King of the Ring tournament, like you said, it was a whole entire night event. So he was going up against like top stars at that time. There was a lot of top stars involved in these tournaments, you know. So it's like you said, not only to do it once, but to do it twice, you know, it's like not an easy task to do. And he put a lot of superstars over with, you know, in those tournaments. Like if you know, he's had a couple good rivalries out of those tournaments.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what I pick. Bret Hart advances, and I would have to go with Bret Hart anyway. On to our next match. We have Brock Lesnar
The next big thing.
versus
Ooh.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a good one.
They already had a legendary feud.
God, a back-to-back. And it's the fact that Brock almost broke his neck during that time, too, with that moonsault.
Absolutely.
And then you kick us off, Will through. I'm waiting to see what you got to say.
Yeah, well, the thrill, you go first, I go second, and LA really goes third.
Of great matches. Like, oh my God. If we're talking technicality, you can't even say technicality because they're both technical. No matter, you look at Brock, you think power, but Brock could go mat to mat along with Kurt Angle. Like if you really let them go, you never know who would really last out of those two. God, but if I got to do a coin toss, Kurt Angle. I mean, the man won an Olympic gold with a broken neck, and he loves to brag about that because that is an achievement and a half. Not only that, he has continued his career from a face to a heel to a face to a heel, and he reinvented himself throughout his entire career. Same with Brock. So it's hard to say, but I'm going with Kurt with this.
All right, and next it's my pick. I'm not really a fan, but I got to go with Brock.
Brock
Mm.
Lesnar.
So it comes down to LA Willie.
Oh, Suki.
Oh,
Who
see,
Which one are
advances?
you gonna
Who
out
advances?
It's split.
for me, I'm gonna have to agree with Will the Thrill. Think it's the American Olympian Kurt Angle. Like Brock Lesnar, the next big thing was just getting started. I believe Kurt was already in there a little bit. So I would have to give it to him. If you talk about being I mean, they're both technical wrestler, but like Kurt Angle was a true pure, like technician in the ring, and if he's had a lot of great matches, like his own little faction tag team at the time. But I would have to go, like I say, I would have to go with Angle on that one. Like Brock Lesnar for me was just like getting started.
And like Willie Tiny was saying before, like being the king afterwards, Brock kind of when he won it, it was just like, I won. Okay.
Like yeah,
Next
it's
thing.
like I want. It's like
Kurt
I
at
won
least
another.
acknowledged that he was the king
Right.
a couple weeks in a row before things changed on that.
Yeah, Brock was a little more like I won another NCAA, championship. That's all right, that's good. On to the next thing. But like
Yeah.
you said, Kurt Angle was like he wanted the acknowledgement. Like I'm the king. I'm ruling. WWE right now. Like, this is my kingdom. So yeah, I agree with you on that one.
And I want to say, after he won it, man, I want to say he was actually really attached in a feud with Triple H around that time because him winning King turned him face because that's who the fans was behind. And he ended up in a feud with Triple H.
That was a pretty good feud too.
I could be mistaken, but I believe that's what happened. All right, next match.
Next match.
Tough one.
Yeah, it sure was.
Man, he keep popping these bangers up there. Yeah.
It was random draw.
Ooh.
Yes. the
Stone Cold
rattlesnake.
Steve Austin.
I don't care who he going up against.
He is going up against
Yeah, look.
Oh, sorry, wrong picture, wrong picture.
I'm about to say,
I was saying, no
kind of
contest.
matchup card was that?
That's like a bathroom break. Let's.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh.
Now Sheamus had a good run as king.
True.
He did. He did.
He definitely did.
All right, who starts it off this time?
I do. I go, and then Will the Thrill, and then LA Willie. All right, and my pick. It's gotta be that famous speech that led it off. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He gets my vote. That upstarted his career.
Yeah, I was.
All right, Will the Thrill.
I was just about to say that because you want to talk about the times. Austin 316 said, "I just whipped your ass."
Is that your vote?
Yes, because like you said, that was the
One
birth
more.
of Stone Cold.
LA Willie.
Like I said in the beginning, it didn't matter who was up there. Stone Cold for me. I agree with you. That famous speech that got the rattlesnake started. Launched his career and like started that good feud with Jake the Snake Roberts right off the bat, and led to other good rivalry over the years. Like I did enjoy him and Bret Hart, like their rivalry. Like that was like some real intense, matches that they had. So I'm like, but just seeing the Rattlesnake picture, I'm like, that was it for me. It didn't matter who it was. Maybe.
I mean, Sheamus was a tough cookie. I'm not gonna say.
Oh yeah.
If we picture this as like a true fight and stuff, I mean, I still would pick Stone Cold just because he is relentless. Like I mean, the man passed out in his own blood, refusing to tap because he was that stubborn. And we're talking about the birth of it. So he didn't care who he was against. He cheated his ass to win. In fact, he probably would have attacked him before he even came out, before the bell even rung, stuffed the mud hole in his ass and grabbed the chair, and then probably bashed his head in before he got in the ring, and then did what he could do to knock the son of a bitch out, and then kick him, stun her, game over, and done, and then next round. Sorry, I got carried away.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Moving on to the next round. We have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Nice.
I really forgot he did win it. I really did.
And his opponent
is
This would be crazy if it's unanimous. So far, we only had one that wasn't.
King Booker. All right, now let's see who starts this off. L.A. Willie starts this off.
No.
Then it will go to Will the Thrill and then me.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
It is a tough one. But I think I'm going to have to.
If you're saying it's a tough one.
I think I have to give it to King Booker. And he had his own queen. I don't remember who Ted DiBiase's sidekick was. If it was still a virgin or not, but I have to give it to King Booker. I mean, they both had a great career, but like King Booker, embraced it when he wanted his time. It was his kingdom. Everybody was peasants, and having his wife be his queen and take a part of it as well. Like yeah, I think that like helped his career as well. Not as not as Stone Cold, but but close enough to that level. And and they both had a good rivalry as well.
Will the Thrill?
Put my pinky up for him. I just won't do the spin-a-rooney. But all hail King Booker! Queen Charmel's little screeching at the saying his name. Yes, and after he won it, he definitely carried that for almost an entire year till he faced the returning Triple H, and that's when Triple H debuted the King of Kings theme song, if you remember that.
All right. And my vote doesn't matter at this point, but it would have been Booker T.
Sorry, DiBiase, you're still
yeah, one of my favorite heroes, but sorry, Ted.
That's correct.
King Booker! Right.
Please tell me you didn't just say that.
Tell me he did not just say. Yeah, he was good, man. Like
his run, he embraced that King of the Ring also. He did a phenomenal job.
Shit, he was a champion.
Everybody was his peasant.
Yeah.
On to our next match. And it will be Will the Thrill.
Oh, Sookie now, y'all.
Then me, and then L.A. Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I heard that. He said, yeah.
We have Wade Barrett versus another fellow Englishman.
Ooh.
William Regal.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, my goodness.
This may go to the tiebreaker.
Yes, it might. It might. It might. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
So where are we at?
When
L
when
L
Wade
L.
Barrett won it, he just finished his Nexus run, and he won King of the Ring, and the rest is history with him. With that, William Regal has a memorial moment, a memorable moment. Let me rephrase that wording. A memorable moment is that when he sat in that chair, you just saw evil content on his face when he got that crown put on him. And of
Mhm.
course, he is a legend, not just on the microphone. He can carry any superstar, but when he did his ring work, he was a well oiled machine technician, especially with the sucker punch that he had as his finisher. I'm going to say William Regal.
William Regal, get your vote.
That's my vote. That was tough, though.
All right. And I'm going to go with. Well, they both embraced the King of the Ring. They
They did.
both, as the gimmick. This is tough, but I got to go with one of the most underrated wrestlers, William Regal. LA Willie, what's your thoughts?
William Regal, hands down.
Another sweet.
I said I think he played, that the king well, and like Will the Thrill said, with evil contempt in his face. It's like nobody can play like he does.
He just had that look. And to see his son, Charlie Dempsey,
Hmm.
have it as well, like when he
Yeah.
makes it bigger, he's on NXT, but when he finally gets to break off once again, I just hope they let him do a lot of that work because
Right.
he already has the smug look.
Hmm. I mean, and Regal has done a lot for the business as well, and I follow him from WCW days, as well. So it's like I always liked them. So like between them two, William Regal hands down every time.
And they both talked about Blackpool Combat, so
Hmm.
that is a thing.
And William actually has a Black Crew Combat Club, before he left AEW. Yeah.
Yep, that was a good faction he started.
Hmm.
On to our next match. Baron Corbin
Baron Corbin, the
played a
mid
good
card
role as the
vortex.
king. He
Hmm.
played a good role as the king versus
Ooh,
No
Triple
debate.
H.
oh man.
All right. And our order for this round goes LA Willie, Will the Thrill, and then Willie Tiny.
Yes.
I think this would be a sweep.
This is sweep. The King of Kings, Triple H. That's my pick. I say he plays a good heel. Whether he's a king, not a king, a degenerate, or doesn't matter. I say he's the best.
Will the Thrill?
I I I have to agree. I have to 100% agree, especially the work he did afterwards with that.
Mhm.
All right, and I'm going with Triple H.
Because he had China at that time too in his corner, didn't he? Wasn't he a degenerate at that time?
No, not a degenerate. It was before then.
Before that,
It
So
was
he was still doing the prancy bowling and
he
stuff.
was with Sable, I believe, at the time.
the Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was with her.
Yeah. Triple H advances.
Wowzers.
And on to our next round. It will be. Oops.
He said, "Oops."
Fat fingers. King of the Black Hearts. Owen Hart
Oh, the legend himself.
versus the first King of the Ring. Oh, where's this picture?
Oh,
I don't see his picture. I had a
Don
picture.
Morocco. Don Morocco.
Yes, Don Morocco. I had his. I don't know where it's at. I don't see it. Must not upload. So we got Owen Hart versus Don Morocco, and our order is Will to Thrill, Willie Tiny, and L.A. Willie.
Man. I mean, that's another good matchup because those who don't know, Don Morocco was a beast. Like, he was good inside that ring, man. And he had a couple good feuds as well, especially when he won the King of the Ring. When he won it, it was around the time with, like, Harley Race. Am I right?
After. No,
After.
right before Harley Race. He was the first.
He was the
Don
first.
Morocco was the first.
I thought he had the title by then, but okay. I'm gonna have to go with Owen Hart because his ring work was just amazing, and he did carry that King persona afterwards for a bit too, and the rest is history with Owen. I mean, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But he definitely,
Today's the day. Sadly, today's the day. I didn't know at the time that Don Morocco was ever King of the Ring. I didn't know who the first King of the Ring was until I started putting this together.
Right.
And he was the magnificent Don Morocco. He was also went by the Rock Don Morocco.
Yeah.
But I have to go with Owen Hart without a doubt. L.A. Willie.
Yeah, I gotta go with Owen Hart. R.I.P. But he did put in the work, and it was well deserved when he won it at the time. Like getting out of his, brother's shadow. To try to do his own thing, and like he was a good, technical wrestler, and it's a shame that we didn't get to see, like the full length of what his career would have been when he would have wrapped it up.
I
Like it
think he
was,
would have been a champion in the making.
yeah, gone too soon.
Yeah, he was gone way too soon.
Yeah, so I would pick him.
All right, that's a sweep. We go on to our next match, and it is a triple threat.
The final one.
It's not final. It's not the final
I
match.
meant the final of this round.
No, it's not.
I thought the triple threat would have summed it up.
Since we already mentioned Billy Gunn's in the triple threat by random draw, we got Billy Gunn versus Ken Shamrock. And another one I didn't know who was King of the Ring. Reba. Tito Santana. And our order, we're back at the top again.
That's you.
So that's me. I picked the first one.
Yes.
I am going with I'm an ass man. That's my pick. Okay, and Will to Thrill.
Okay, Mr. Ass, Ken Shamrock,
and
Tito Santana.
Tito Santana, the El Matador. Wow. I was a big Ken Shamrock fan. Like him freaking out and just going in that zone and snapping people's ankles. Oh man, but Mr. Ass, an ass man indeed. And the former DX member as well. Yeah, I got to go with Billy Gunn. That was tough,
Mm,
man. Like I was pulling my teeth.
No, it's tough. It's definitely tough.
it's tough. Hmm. I'm gonna have to go with Ken Shamrock. Just
That's fine.
his wild snap intensity, just like drew
Yeah,
me in
that's
when he
what it
first.
was. I was thinking like if they were in a fight, like how would that be? I could see him snapping. I would
If,
say Tito would get the bad end of it, but I could see
hmm
Mr. Ass sneaking in, Fame Master, 1, 2, 3.
Three,
That's how I could match. See how that would win.
right? But yeah, just his pure intensity. It's like I
It
mean, he
was
had a.
uncanny
Hey,
when he did it.
I mean, like he had a pretty good run. Like yeah, like Billy Gunn. Being part member of DX, New Age Outlaws, and like has a lot of good single matches as well. But a lot of people benefit from being part of DX and hanging with Triple H. But so I would have to give it to Ken Shamrock, just coming from from the MMA world into the wrestling world,
Hey,
and
he was part of the corporate.
that's true.
That's how he had that IC belt.
Yep. So yeah, so that's my pick right there.
So Billy Gunn advances. Let's move on to our next match. We've got the latest King of the Ring, Xavier Woods,
The
going
reigning king, who's injured unfortunately and couldn't defend his crown.
Fortunately.
going up against the King, Harley Race.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. I'm more like it's a shame. It's a crime. This is like we're putting a dog away, man. No pun intended. Like
Man,
L.A. Willie, and then we'll go Will the Thrill, and then Willie Tiny.
man, so I gotta put one down, huh?
yeah, you gotta put
Yes,
one
it's your
in.
turn.
Uh, hmm. I'm gonna have to go with Harley Race. Yeah, he was made for that role, at that time, and having great matches like with the likes of Ric Flair, and if anybody watched like the Iron Claw, like he embraces that King Harley Race, so that would be my pick right there, Harley Race.
Will the Thrill?
I mean, I mean, like I said, I could just picture like if they were in a fight, like Harley Race would have just kept pummeling him down till the ref stopped the
Mhm,
match. I mean, I like Xavier Woods, I really do. Up,
mhm.
down, left, right, left, right. That's his good thing he's done, and I love everything he's done for the company. And he's a multi-time
Tag champ.
tag team champion of the WWE. But King Harley Racing, like my fellow Willie said, yeah, uh,
Yeah.
he embroidered the King gimmick. He is the
Mm,
King. I mean, he got in a fight with Jerry the King Lawler over the King title.
mhm.
I mean, that was a legendary feud.
And he was good on the mic. He got cut some good promos. He was like very soft spoken. Like as the King Harley Race.
Yeah.
Everybody come bow down.
So Will the Thrill, who's your vote for?
The King Harley Race. It's in the title.
Yep, exactly. I got to go with Harley Race myself. Nothing wrong with Xavier Woods, but I have to go with Harley Race.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
That's just all I can say. I like coming up with these. I'm thinking like a match in my head on how it would have played out.
And that will conclude our first round. Now we will jump into this year's King and Queen of the Ring event. And we will talk about and get our predictions for the championship matches. We have pull up picture.
LA's ready. It's rubbing the hand.
We will start with the triple threat for the IC title. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. And you guys want to chime in?
I'm gonna say Sammy.
Sammy's got to undergo odds in the triple threat. The odds are not in his favor,
No.
but I
But
think
you can't deny the soul of a man.
they've been trying to push both of his challengers, Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. So this match is perfect for the IC title.
I agree.
It is.
And there's multiple stories in there, like you said, who they're pushing. I mean, I could see Otis wanting to be. Otis is going to be a factor, but I think he's going to fail Chad Gable at this one.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I will go with Sami Zayn to retain his title. LA Willie?
I want to go with Bronson Reed.
Ooh,
Interesting. Nice pick.
I mean, just Sammy, like with or without title, like he's so over with the crowd. Like he's one of those. He's got to that level where he doesn't really need a title, to be popular or be over with the crowd. And Chad Gable, like as much, some people wanted him to be champ when he was a face, but then this heel run and possible new members faction that he might get, like he doesn't need a title to be over and have a good rivalry with Sami Zayn. Like Bronson Reed is kind of like trying to put in the work, but I think it would probably be a gamble to put the title on him, but I think that he needs something. Like I don't want Bronson Reed to like go on the wayside. With so much potential. For a man of his height, like that man can move, that man can fly from the top rope. So it's like I'm rooting for Bronson Reed to capture his first singles title on the main roster. But
Yeah.
I also wouldn't be upset if Chad Gable like walked away with it, because it's like, you know, being a heel, it's like, hey, like I captured, my first singles title, like here, like he said, Otis is going to play a factor whether he win or loses, but most likely is going to be on the fail side, and that's where, if you saw that little teaser, like, Gable talking to the Creed brothers. So, this could be the match that might have him dissolve like Alpha Academy and have new members in.
yeah.
You know, I mean, in so many ways that this match can go, and like storylines that can go after this. But yeah, but
Correct.
Bronson Reed.
You're
Let's
absolutely right.
let's move on to the next one. Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Ugh.
Go ahead, LA Willie. Go ahead, LA Willie.
I was like, I was so hyped to watch this match when they first, said title versus title. Like winner take all. I was like, oh man, I said we're gonna get the title off of Logan Paul. Yes. Yeah, but then it's like, nope, that's not what I agree. We're gonna keep it just yours, Cody. So I'm like, I'll still watch it, but Cody Rhodes is gonna continue, like with this run.
Yeah, for me, it's very fast for Logan Paul. but I get it. I understand it. Um, he does a lot of advertising and all, um, and he's very extremely popular just outside of the WWE universe. Um, but I think Cody's going to run with the title for a little while. So I'm picking Cody. Will the thrill?
I'm gonna say Cody as well. Just like you said, Logan Paul is over. He takes the United States title everywhere. I mean, including in the bedroom with his fiance. I mean, the man takes it everywhere. He promotes heavenly. And it's cool that even when he's doing his podcast and the stars he bring out, he asks them questions that even the superstars don't even expect. And it gives the people more insight on those characters. But talking about this, I would say his time will come, but Cody just won the belt, and he is the face of the WWE right now. For him to lose it right at this point would be like, okay, here you go. You want it, then what? He only defended it one time. That wouldn't,
No.
after like 2 or 3 years of one guy holding it, and then just to have it become a handout belt, I don't see that happening.
No.
Especially that's like giving it to another part-time superstar again.
Yeah. I mean, and I want to see like Logan Paul, defend that like that title, and like everybody's been teasing, maybe like him and LA Knight, have LA Knight try to get it off of him, because
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's Cody's time right now. Like we waited 2 years for him to finish his story, and just to have it like end on a short run, that I don't think that would go over well with the crowd.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
All right, moving on to the next match. Becky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's Championship. Will the thrill? You want to take this?
Liv Morgan against Becky Lynch. I'm going to be ballsy and actually give it to Liv. Because Becky is way over. It's still a contract moment. Yeah, you have one of the biggest stars right now with the other big star out.
Mm.
So you need someone. But I think Liv and her heel run, yeah. And the fact that she's pretty much having meetings with some of the Judgment Day members, if you really lean on that.
Yeah.
so,
True.
Yeah.
True.
when she's saying she's on her revenge tour, I'm really starting to believe it more and more now.
Hmm. No, I agree with you. I would say like Liv probably walks out with it because as like Becky was supposed to take some time off, but once what happened to Rhea, that they asked her, to
Hey,
come
we
back.
need you. We
You
need
know,
you. Can you
she
come
was
back
a,
for a little bit?
she was a logical choice to to like win it and just like hold it in place for now, and like you said, her Liv meeting with like being seen with some of the members in the back of her walking around with like the bandana in her pockets and all that, so it would make sense if she won it and caught herself like, I took everything from you, Rhea. So, not just like the title you once held, but it's like your crew, your dom dom, and that would make for a great return for Rhea to for them to have a feud for the title when she gets back.
Yeah.
I,
Because because she went so over at WrestleMania, with her entrance or her match and all that. So I can imagine what the reaction once she gets back.
I personally don't think that Becky's losing the title this quick, but that's my opinion, and I think she is the greatest woman of all time.
Hmm.
Um, and I just want to mention something from the Cody match we were talking about. I forgot to mention. Cody said on Busted Open Radio he would want a veteran manager.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you know who's for the past couple of years who's been managing the champions?
Paul
Paul
Heyman.
I could see it. I said it right away. I could see it. And I'm
Is
all
that
for it.
or
I think it'll be interesting.
But
or he
then
can
you're
always bring back the
restarting
mouth
like
of
the
the South.
blood feud, the bloodline feud, if you do it.
Mhm.
Or he can always get Jimmy Hart.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the word veteran. That's like there's so many managers out there that like he could bring in.
I know. You know what? You know who I want to. I'm glad you said that, Willie Tiny. You know, I'm going to throw a curveball out there. You know who I seriously think he could pull?
Who?
Mark Henry.
He's
His
not a
contract.
manager.
He's
He's not a
No,
manager.
hold on.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's contract with
AEW, right?
AEW.
But his contract is
Is up.
expiring.
It's expiring.
It's up. It's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And
But he's not a manager.
Hold on. He wants to come back to WWE only because he said he would come back for whatever roles available for him. One. Two, he also mentioned that he wants to do a new Nation of Domination and bring back some interesting people for that.
Mm.
And he wants Bobby Lashley to really lead it, but he wants a bunch of people that have a lot of heat. So that was one thing what he wants to do. But he did mention for him to do that, he would have to come back to WWE.
That's a good curveball.
Yeah,
What better
definitely.
way, and what a big surprise to have the world's strongest man as your manager in your corner.
All right, let's move on to our next round of our fantasy. Let's go a little quicker because our time's getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Macho Man versus Bret Hart. Whoa.
Macho.
Oh my God.
I'm sticking with. Ooh yeah. Snap
All
into
right.
it.
Let's see who's
Oh, did I jump the gun?
yeah. World of Thrill.
Well, if we're talking about when they became king and everything, oh, I'm gonna go with Bret Hart because those two really never crossed paths like that. But it would have been a hell of a match to see. So I'm going with the excellence of execution.
Really tiny.
I'm so torn.
Tiebreaker, coin toss.
I am so
You,
torn.
you already got mine.
I got to go to two-time champion Bret Hart, and we got yours, Macho Man. I know. It's crazy.
I'm
It's a tough
I'm
one.
just thinking of it.
It's a tough one.
That is a
It's
tough one.
one.
They're getting tougher now. Yeah. All right, on to the next.
Right. All right. We've got anyway. We got Kurt Angle versus Steve Austin.
Oh, not fair.
It's not fair.
No, it's not.
All right, we're at the top of the order again. I go first. Oh man, I go first.
Yep.
Give me Steve Austin. Steve Austin. What a thrill.
I second that.
LA Willie.
Give me the rattlesnake.
He sweeps again.
He sweeps again. I just see him stumping the mud hole on Kurt Angle's ass
And walking it dry.
and walking it.
All right. Our next match. I'm just gonna say it. Booker T versus Regal.
Hmm.
LA.
Oh yeah, our order is L.A., Will the
Mm-hmm.
Thrill, and then Willie Tiny.
I'm gonna have to stick with King Booker. For the great run that he had after winning it.
Did you
He-
not? Did you not just say that?
Will
Oh
the Thrill,
hell!
Will
King
the Thrill,
Booker!
Will the Thrill.
King
Sweet.
Booker! There's my pick, King Booker. Sorry, that was a terrible
Yeah, I guess
expression.
so. Booker T gets it.
But that was so annoying, but yet it was funny as hell.
King Booker.
All right, now we got Triple H and Owen Hart, and our orders
Ooh.
is Will the Thrill, Willie Tiny, L.A. Willie.
Oh, and I'm first. Oh,
Yes,
sookie
sir.
sookie now.
That's
Oh man,
Triple H and Owen.
I hate to do this because I am a game fan. Oh
It's
man,
okay. It's okay.
please forgive me, Triple H. Owen Hart. Oh, that hurt.
Really tiny.
That hurt.
Um, I'm going Owen Hart.
Hmm.
I'm going Owen Hart.
I,
His. I got to go Owen Hart.
These are getting
King
harder,
of Kings.
man.
I'm sticking with Triple H.
All right.
All right,
Sorry, Owen.
2-1.
Owen Hart advances. All right. Our next round is Billy Gunn versus Harley Race, and we're back at the top. I go first. Harley Race and Billy Gunn. This came out. Harley Race. I gotta go Harley Race.
Harley Race.
That's like a no brainer. Harley Race.
Harley Race.
So we all agree Harley Race.
Yes.
All right. Oh, so all right. Now let's talk about King and Queen of the Ring predictions for this year. That round is over.
So we have Valkyria for the women's for Raw.
Right. And we're still waiting on the winner of Bianca and Naya. That takes place tomorrow in Saudi.
Correct. Who wants to start off?
I'll start off.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
start
go
off.
ahead.
I say for SmackDown, Nia Jax, because I want to piss Willie Tiny off right now. But I'm saying her because I could see Tiffany screwing Bianca in some shape or form, or even one of Damage Control could ruin that for Bianca, and therefore it leaves Valkyria versus Nia Jax. And I say Nia Jax gets that opportunity to face oh god, I forgot who the champion was on SmackDown. Oh my goodness.
Bayley.
Oh, Bayley. There you go. Bayley
Bayley.
versus Nia Jax for SummerSlam.
Yes, because the stipulation of the winner of the King and Queen will receive a title shot of the representing brands.
Mm-hmm.
That was breaking news that came out today, I believe.
Today, yeah.
Yes. Go ahead, LA Willie. Go ahead. You can make your
No,
predictions on this match.
I was gonna say, like the winner from SmackDown. I was thinking also like Nia Jax in the sense that Bianca lose. Like Will the Thrill say, it could be because of Tiffany Stratton or one of Damage Control, but also I'm thinking that it could be her own partner. Because she did an advance and she did. Like
Mhm.
that could set them up. Down the line to have that
Great
match. Maybe
matchup.
yeah, and I mean, I don't see them holding the title like too long after that. But unless they, WWE really want to throw, be creative or be ballsy, like they'll have Valkyria win, and go on to face, like the champ of her brand. But I'm thinking it's gonna be Nia Jackson and Valkyria in the finals, with Nia
That
Jax
would
getting.
be something else. That would be something else. What you just said. Just say like Becky Lynch somehow retains that title. Okay? And
Mhm.
Valkyria wins it. You have a rematch of that
At the
legendary
NXT.
matchup from NXT. Like that match between those two were really, really good.
Hmm.
Both
Yeah,
representing their hometown, from Dublin,
yeah,
Ireland,
a lot
and
of respect there. Yeah.
there's respect between the two. That would just be like a sweet feud. And the I'm not I don't want to rush Valkyria like that because she is on another level with so much
Hmm.
talent. It's uncanny how fast she grew into it. I
Right.
almost as Tiffany Stratton. I would still give Tiffany Stratton an edge because I
Hmm.
mean that prettiest moonsault, the way she does it and executes it, that's not an easy task. I
I
mean,
mean,
hopping on each one of the turnbuckles to flip it,
yeah.
and she's just athletic as well as like I mean they both put in work. But Valkyria, oh my god, that would just be an awesome match.
I mean, because I'm just guessing with with the Paul Levesque era, like we may be thinking like traditional, like predictable match, but they could go either way, like Valkyria or like Tiffany Stratton somewhere down the line get her pushed because it's like her popularity in Australia was like off the charts, and I would hate to see that go a waste. But yeah, I can see them, like going Valkyria, like you said, like you have her with a match with Becky. But it would make more sense for Liv to get it off of her and continue that storyline because when Rhea return, it's going to be a huge return for her. But like you said, Valkyria's on another level. Like it won't be long before she become champ somewhere down the line. But like you do have to give the edge to Tiffany Stratton because it's like when she first broke into the scene, everybody's like, "This is a Mandy Rose replacement," but she's does so much in the ring, and that moonsault, like you said, it's like just to come off the top like that.
Um, we saw King of the Ring upstart careers. Um, could it happen for Lyra Valkyrie? It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I I see Bianca Belair winning this, going on
Ooh,
to be queen. I think she'll be a great queen.
And maybe it'll drive more
but I
jealousy
don't
between the
think Bianca
teammates.
needs it.
Probably don't need it, but if they probably might
No,
give it to her, so and get
I
Jade
could.
Cargill jealous of her being the queen, because then her head might
Because
get big.
like Zelina's not in the tournament. Like we actually don't even have our last year, couple years champions not even in it because of injuries.
Hmm.
So I mean, well, I don't think Zelina would have won it anyway, but I do think she deserves a good push.
I think. I think Bianca will win because she will fulfill the queen gimmick.
You think she
I
would? I don't
but
see her.
but then again, Nia Jax would too. Like she'll be so annoying. Like
She'll be like the Mabel of of the modern day, like.
exactly, exactly.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say she'd be the Mabel of it. That's. I would see her really being more dominant, more if she wanted.
Well, I mean, they got to give her something, since she's back. If we want to go with, Naya, like, cause you brought her back to be like dominant, but like, you know, losing matches, getting opportunities. It's like might as well give her, like the queen title.
Right.
But I can see Willie Tiny, like you said, like Bianca winning and fulfilling the queen role. But with that, could it be possible that she may turn heelish, or and then
Well,
that way break up the team and have that feud with Jade, or or if Jade's so popular with the WWE universe that they want to keep her face, and have Bianca turn heel. I mean, it's been a tease about it, with Bianca and and the Street Profits and all them. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's all we can do is we'll see.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, she has a huge following, and you don't want to pull another Bailey. Because remember how many kids was really upset when Bailey turned heel. I mean, yeah, they're starting to go more older, like focus on
Hmm.
the older pop, but the kids was a big deal.
That's my dad. Go to bed, old man. Thanks for tuning in.
No, no, but
Uh,
Thank you, Gary.
you're right. Well, the throw, it's like so many kids, were upset when the Bailey buddies, were gone, but for Vince, kids' tears equals money. So I'm like, I understand, having Bianca like turn heel, it's like may upset a lot of the, like grown ups and like all the little girls that look up to her.
Right. And
You
that was
know.
one thing she was always about, being the EST.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that was a big thing. But I think if out of anyone, especially what happened last week with Jade Cargill having to protect her, like her girl, who was she fighting against? Was it Tiff? No, it was Naya. Naya was
Nice.
the one that eliminated her.
Hmm.
And she was taunting about, to her own daughter in front. I think that really gave Jade a big pop for being there for our kid.
Yeah, so we can see Bianca go heel.
Yeah, so you might be right on that.
I mean, it worked out for Hogan, when he turned heel. So
We ain't talking about that, man. I cried. That was worst period of my life. I'm not talking about that.
let's move on to our next match. We know Gunther's already in the finals. He's going to go up against RKO or Tamatanga. That's happening tomorrow night on SmackDown.
Mm,
Man, this match could go
either way, you're
either
right.
way.
but
RKO could win, Tamatanga could win, and
it's
either one of these three could go over and become king.
I
Um,
say
I I personally would love to see Randy Orton win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's
But
I think it's going to happen. I think Randy wins it and goes up against Gunther, and I see Gunther winning the whole thing.
it's very
No,
possible.
no,
Very possible.
no, no.
Gun-
I am
uh,
saluting.
Gunther
I am saluting. I am acknowledging the bloodline.
Gunther
Because
would be a good king in the ring.
he
RKO
would
would be
be,
good.
but he ain't going to happen.
Now
It's not
Tamatanga,
going to happen.
Tom, KO
Acknowledge,
Tamatanga.
acknowledge the bloodline.
KO is going to come back and cost Tamatanga the match.
Really? That's a good prediction. But no, I could see the interference of the bloodline. And
Now
that's who would have our king of the ring.
I could see Tamatanga winning this to catapult his career. Um,
Okay, can you
his
imagine what
father,
what his speech would be like?
his father was King Haku.
Yep.
Come
True,
on.
true. No, but can you imagine what his speech would be if he won the King of the Ring?
What would his speech be like? That's a good question.
I'm willing to hear it. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, but okay, I guess I'll go with Gunther winning, but I want RKO to win. Okay, guys, go ahead. Who wants to go next?
Okay, well, the throw.
I already did. I said my piece. I'm gonna say Tamatonga.
Elliot
Just like
Willie.
Tiff.
Randy Orton. Oh man,
Is that who you think is going to win, or you want to win?
that's what I think is going to win.
I'm
I
still
like it.
going with the
I mean, like
bloodline.
I said, wouldn't be surprised if Tomato, like moved on, but I think it's going to be the Viper versus Gunther. If it would have been like Jay in the final, then yeah, I would be like Tomatonga is going to go, and face him and with a good chance to win. But it's like they think highly of Gunther. He is a ring general, so now he wants to be the king of the ring general.
This is great. We all got 3 different picks for the men. That's awesome.
We did something
All
right
right.
that we didn't even
Yeah.
try.
All right. Let's finish our fantasy tournament for the become who's the king of the rings.
All right,
All
Ooze.
right. We ran into a situation here.
Oh, Sookie Sookie, what's the situation?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right. Our next match, we've got Bret Hart versus Stone Cold.
Oh man.
Two guys we
Uh,
swept with.
let's see. Let's see what the order is.
I hope it's not me. Please don't let it be me.
Not me. Not me.
Me either. Oh, we're at the top. Oh, I'm first.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it will go Willie Tiny, Will the Thrill, L.A. Willie.
Yes, I get to go last.
Oh, you get the finding
Yep,
finding
you're the
factor.
tiebreaker.
All right, guys. Let's
See
move
if
this
this could be
along.
another sweep. This would be interesting.
This catapult Stone Cold's career. But he 2-time champion Bret Hart. I'm going with Bret Hart.
Will.
Well, this is about oh man. It catapulted not just a career, it catapulted him into as a legend,
True.
a Hall of Famer, which I'm surprised. Wait, he is a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
They both are.
I'm Stone Cold. Now it's on you. The pressure is
L.A.
on
Willie.
you, LA.
My pick is. Oh hell yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
These guys
Bobby
got it.
gets one up on Brett.
Mm-hmm. The legendary career that got started. Multiple time Rumble winner. Multiple time world champ. Like
Yeah.
one of the best catchphrases, in WWE history. And
What?
what? And every time his music hits, you get
What?
chills down your spine. What? Yeah.
Now we have Booker T versus Owen Hart. And our order is L.A., Will the Thrill, and then me, Willie Tiny.
I have to go with Owen Hart on this one.
Okay.
Respect to the man.
Will the Thrill.
Owen Hart.
And that's also my. I'm going with Owen Hart. So that's a sweep.
Wow.
Our next bout is Harley Race versus Triple H. Wow. Oh my God.
And Will the Throw gets to start.
Well, good
Yes,
because
he does.
I'm not gonna hesitate on this one.
Will the
'Cause I
Thrill,
can see him just
Willie Tiny,
pummeling it.
L.A. Willie.
Both of them will cheat to win, but I'm gonna have to give the edge to someone who's hardcore. Um, Harley Race.
Interesting.
Really?
Yep. No, I'm not gonna add nothing else to it. 'Cause I'm already mad that I'm not picking Triple H. So it's Harley Race.
Really tiny.
I'm so torn. Oh my God. You're going Harley Race.
I went Harley Race.
I'll go Triple H. So
Ooh,
LA
split.
will every single time LA Willie gets deciding factor.
King of Kings, Triple H.
Wow.
Because it's always time to play the game. Sorry, Will the Throw.
It's all good.
All right, guys, we're down to 3 wrestlers again.
Yeah.
How you guys want to do this?
Triple threat.
Elimination, three-way dance, elimination.
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
do it.
All right. So we'll first go with who we're eliminating first.
Okay.
All right, we got, and we're at the top of the order again. I go first. Then we got Will the Thrill, then L.A. Willie.
Yeah.
All right. Stone Cold, Owen, and Triple H. Man, look, this is the finals. This is the finals.
Who
A
goes
triple
first?
threat finals.
Who goes first?
Ah,
Hang on to your seat, ladies and gentlemen.
too bad we don't got a simulation of like this on like
On 2K.
24.
I'm going on my first elimination. Stone Cold.
Ooh.
Oh.
No. I'm sorry. No, I take that back. Triple H. That's my first elimination. Triple H.
I agree.
All right, let's make
LA
it sweet.
Willie?
Triple H.
All right, he said it's a sweet.
Triple H is eliminated. All right, so now let's go. Oh man. So it's going. I don't want to be the deciding factor. LA. We'll do LA, Will the Thrill, and Willie Tiny.
What?
What?
That's my pick.
So you're Stone Cold.
What?
Stone Cold versus Owen Hart.
What?
Will the Thrill.
What?
I hate to do this to Owen. I hate to do
What?
it to Owen.
What?
Our king of the ring fantasy winner is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
What?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Stone Cold. Like, if we went a different way, just the king, just being king of the ring gimmick for like year or two, whatever it was, this could have been completely different.
Yeah, it would have been the Macho Man.
It could have been Macho Man. It could have been Brett. It could have been Owen.
Could have been
Well, not
King
really.
Harley Race.
Not really Brett. I would say definitely Owen.
Yes.
Let's take it home, guys.
Yeah.
Let's hit our music. Take it home. Oh, before we take it home, Will the Thrill.
Yo. Oh, two things. Two things. Do I got time for two things?
What?
Yes.
All right. One. Today was a special day for someone who just turned 15. It's Willie Tiny's own daughter. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
So, yeah. And also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to keep us going. We're enjoying this, and hopefully you're enjoying our company and the presence.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This is the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast.
Thank you all for watching. We're going to sign off. Have a good night, everybody.
What?
What?
Good night, everyone.